welcome to my channel. Welcome to this week's WiPnChat and Galaxy, who you can see just below there. Yeah, Galaxy by Diamond Art Club. Now, I do have a little bit of a disclaimer today. I woke up this morning and ended up getting a visual migraine. I've now got a headache. I don't know how long this is going to go for. My hair feels like it's all stuck in the hoodie and I'm feeling like I'm looking a bit ratchetty. So I apologise. I do have a tea and I do have biscuits actually. I received these. Here we go. Janice and Madeline. No, Janice and Melanie lemon biscuits. I actually got them in the Bridgerton box for yarn. Floss. No, hang on. Get my words. This could be hard. I got it in my Bridgerton box for my knitting dyed wool. And the raspberry I got in the cross stitch yarn box. Floss box. That one. So many names. Oh my god. Alright. Let's see how I go. Looking at this light may not be doing me any favours. So I'll take it as it comes. Alright. This morning I logged onto Instagram, as I check every day, and lo and behold, I see Maggie holding a carrot. Now, way back when I ordered this carrot, Maggie was going through a stage, Mrs. Coffee's Maggie, if you sorry. Today might be a bit scattered, alright, just keep up. Anyway, Maggie had gone through a stage where she was going and raiding the fridge and eating carrots, like she was eating healthy snacks. And it was during one of Mrs. Coffee's lives, which are notorious for her telling stories about the kids and all that kind of thing. And as I do, I purchase weird gifts. The lid just fell down. I purchase weird gifts for people in general, not just the Coffees. Sorry, I'm looking for... I'm looking for a form. Maybe I've already got it. Let's get the lessers. Let's get the hourglass. Okay. I'll get there. I promise. I think. One of my colleagues last week ended up going off sick because she had a migraine for 2 days. Actually, she got sent home because she had a migraine. I'm kind of thinking, okay, I'm on a late start this week. I'm on day 2 of 7 in a row. Do you think I would get the same sympathy? I'm not so sure. I haven't taken any pain medication yet. And I seem to have words still. I got one migraine attack once and I couldn't tell Marcus afterwards what was going on with me and I felt like I was having a stroke. Frightened the bejesus out of me. And I'm searching through my bags going, where the hell is the Disprin? Okay, I was a bit more stressed than that. Yeah. Just to thin the blood and all of that kind of stuff. Anyway. But then I made an appointment with an optician and they went, no, you're fine. It's a visual migraine. You'll be okay. And I was like, okay, thank God it's not my eyesight. Thank God it's not my brain. Now. And then I hadn't got one for months and months. And then, I don't know, it seems to be more regular. Apparently it's a menopause thing. Fuck you, menopause. Anyway. So yeah, part of the stories. And I went on Amazon and bought this ginormous cuddly carrot. Like it's a plush carrot. Probably made out of the cheapest materials ever. I got a message from them and they said, can't deliver yet, huge delays and all that kind of crap. And after it failed to deliver for weeks, I went, nah, and got a refund, thinking it was gone, or it was a scam or something. Well, the Instagram photo today shows Maggie clinging on to Summer, her new carrot. And Mrs. Coffee's probably going, what the hell? Now, I know I've sent some weird presents to Mrs. Coffee in the past, but this is probably up there with the weirdest. Oh, God. Yeah, so she's got a cuddly carrot, and it was, you know, it was appropriate at the time, but now I have no idea. Either way, it's a cushion for her to hide or throw on the floor or in the bed or something equally crazy. Yeah. So, don't be surprised if you say something in a video and I might watch it, and if I have your address, you get something weird in the mail. Yeah. I hadn't said anything to her in advance, I don't think. And I might have actually got... I think I ordered something for Orion as well. He was going through his cat stage. No, it was games. I think I got him a drawing book or something. They all delivered, not a problem. But this thing from China, no. I think they probably manufactured it. Maybe they actually grew it in the garden. I don't know. Who knows with China and everything else that's going crazy in the world. My head hurts. So what's been happening? I've been stitching like crazy. That seems to be my thing lately. I'm actually going to have to move the washi tape because I can't see where it finishes. Let's see if I can do this. See, look, there's the beauty of the washi tape. Move it to its new-ish position. Line it up with some of the grid. And that's it. That's the tiny bit that I'm going to be doing today. And that might even be too much. So yeah, started a new stitch along called Cryptids by Stitchy Witcher, Audrey. She is on Instagram and YouTube. And cryptids, if you're not already aware, and I did not know there was a term for the collective animal creature things. Cryptids are the abominable snowman, the yeti, the jackalope, all the fictional creatures that exist. Now, all we have got so far is the frame, and we have the month of August in which to complete said frame. So I thought I had gathered stuff together and then mustn't have had it. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. But yesterday I picked my fabric, and I'm using Fortnite fabric by Derek and Christian. I think Christian is the one who actually dyes them. Fortnite fabrics. I'm using Herbert, which is a mottled grey because it's a partial stitch, and a lot of the background is going to show out through the back of the animals, creatures, sampler kind of stuff. I did have another one in mind, but it was more blue and I decided not to, and it didn't have enough texture behind it. Last Sunday, I think it was Sunday afternoon, no, maybe it was Saturday afternoon actually. Saturday afternoon I actually spent cataloguing all my fabric and putting it onto Trello. Trello is a multi-platform app that you create, and you create boards, you can share it, you can use it in businesses, you can add pictures, add documents, add chats, all that kind of thing. I think hubby put me onto it, or I got wind of it through the Hustle email that I get, maybe. And it's kind of like having an index card system visually on your computer screen. But it also works on your phone, and it also works, you know, Windows, Apple, Linux, Chrome, whatever. And it's one login and you've got everything at your fingertips. And I have used it for my diamond painting catalogue. So I have a visual all in one place to look. I put a picture of the diamond painting up there as well, so I don't have to go sifting through my stash to find the item that I own. I think I have most of them in there. I may not have my very early AliExpress kind of stuff, but usually what I would do was take a screenshot, save the picture, and then have the picture available. Particularly when I'm doing unboxings, I use that because I use it as part of the video editing. So I used Trello for the fabric, so I now have all my different columns. So I've got B-Stitch Me fabrics, and they're all Ada, and then all the opal, and then all the other, which may be something else, linen, Lugana, that kind of thing. And then I've got my Mystic fabrics, same, Ada, opal, other, and then I've got my miscellaneous stuff because I also subscribe to my local needle shop where they give us a fat quarter, my Sassy pouch where they give us fat eighths or fat quarters, you know, so miscellaneous bits and pieces. And you know, again, it saves me going through my stash. Now I actually have to move my stash. It's filled the 2-3 boxes that I had, and I've taken them all out of bags in as much as possible. So now they're just lying in the box, but I'm a little bit concerned that if they're lying next to each other, the dye might bleed into the other one. I don't know if it will happen, but that was a concern. So it gives me the visual thing to kind of go, oh, I could go for that, that, or that, and then I get that, that, and that, and throw it out on the thing, maybe do a floss toss, see if it suits, that kind of thing. So that's the aim of having my visual catalogue. And for me it works, I guess, just being a visual person. And I like taking notes, but this is a visual picture note, and that kind of thing. Another thing that started off at the beginning of the month was, well, so much. The drop for Clouds Factory has happened. Clouds Factory is my There Is No Planet B project, which is all the cutesy little endangered animals, which is, you know, they're cute, but they're also endangered, so there is a, you know, tug of the heartstrings kind of mentality as well. This month is the Maui dolphin, which I think is actually from Kiwiland over towards New Zealand. They are off the northwest coast, possibly. They're a particular kind of dolphin that are a lot of grey, and then they've got like a black bit and a grey top kind of thing on their face. They're endangered, and the seal, there is a particular seal, sorry, I don't know which seal it is. Apparently it's the only seal without ears on the outside. All, or maybe it's a sea lion. Sea lions have ears on the outside. Seals don't. This was a bit weird. I'll have to reread it. But you will see pictures when I start getting that done. So that part dropped. It's only like 1,000 stitches, so it's only going to take me 3 nights, you know, kind of thing. If I get, you know, 300 odd stitches in a day, it'll only be 3 days worth. So there's that, and of course the biggie, Dark Queen of the Sea, the final drop. It's been a year. It's quite sad, really. It's been a year, and the final pattern dropped, and oh my god. Now, you haven't seen my Dark Queen because I haven't shown her with part 11 finished. because now she's all there, tentacles and all that kind of thing. But I didn't put her on social media. So I took the picture, but I didn't publish it on social media. So I've got my full queen, and what I'm going to do is show the naked queen and the finished queen, for want of a better term. She has, let's just jokingly call them tattoos. It could be like the magic coming out. Now, there's a movie that it reminds me of, and I don't know if it's the Maui one, Moana, or El Dorado. But you know how you've got carved stone, and then on the cartoons that carving will luminesce? That's kind of what she's got on her tentacles. And then she's got beads on her neck, and she's got beads up into the magic, and she's got beads over in the trident. I've never used beads before. I think I have. I thought I had invisible thread. I was actually going to check my sewing stash, but I'm not sure. I've put it in the shopping anyway. So I've got invisible thread coming, and that normally gets done after my Clouds Factory project anyway in the month, just because it was easier to get Clouds Factory out of the way because it's so little. And then all of this in Dark Queen is back stitching with Petite Treasure braids colors. So we've got the turquoisey one. I'm thinking of blending my Petite Treasure braid, which is just a single strand. It's quite nylon-y in feel. I'm thinking of blending it with my glow-in-the-dark thread, which I have in either cream or off-white. Sorry, white or cream. White or off-white. White or cream. I have the two colours. I got it from AliExpress. It's more like a sewing thread. It's quite thin. I've used it before as a blend on my Letters from Hogwarts piece, and it worked really, really well in the windows of Hogwarts. And I think that was just one strand. Yeah, I think it was one strand with two of whatever the colour was supposed to be, and they all glow. Just with the crisscross, it just works. So you don't really notice it all that much in reality, and then when you light it up, it glows in the dark. And I took it downstairs. We have a downstairs kind of garage work area that I can make really dark and take my glow pictures, and it looked really well in the glow in the dark. Now, it's not on display yet because it's not finished, so I don't get to see it glowing in the dark wherever it's going to live whenever that gets done. That's aiming to be a project to finish round about the end of the year. So Dark Queen is finishing. Excuse me. Cryptid is starting. Clouds Factory is continuing, and then I've got my retreat in 2 weeks' time for the Gilmore Girls Autumn in Stars Hollow. That is in 2 weeks. Now, I only have my Saturday and Sunday really available to join in with the stitching challenges, so I don't think I'm going to have it finished. It's 209? No, is it 209? 95 by 95. It's not huge. It's like 9 inches square on this part, but I'm not going to have finished it anytime quickly. I'm waiting on the digital pattern. I haven't seen the actual pattern I mean, I know it's full coverage, but I'm waiting on that to get sent to me this week, because I won't have the box, I don't think, in time. They sent a little bit late, and mine is still, I think, somewhere in Kansas, which is where the girls are from. So a little frustrating, but there's nothing in the box specifically that I need for this retreat. So that's okay. And the challenges are standalone. I can stitch on the project. I've got everything but 4 flosses, which I will catch up on, I hope, this weekend. Get those missing flosses. I'll go down to my shop and get those. And otherwise I'm ready to go. So the challenges will be all fine. All my stitches will count as full stitches, so every 25 instead of every 50. And as a bonus as well with this one, if you can call it a bonus, why did I put that away? Oh my goodness, don't mind me. As a bonus for this one, for every 10,000 stitches we all stitch together this weekend on the retreat, they are donating money to one of the cross-stitch girls who owns a store over there and has brain tumours that need operating on. So it's fundraising for her. There is a GoFundMe page. I don't know anything really about this lady, but brain tumours for me strike fear in me because my mum had brain tumours. A brain tumour maybe? I don't know. Dad doesn't know enough of the details, and it was so long ago now, like 30 years ago. 35. 35? Yeah, 35 years ago. Mum's dead. 35 years. So he doesn't know the specifics of the type of cancer that she had. I did try and ask him a few years ago, and he just doesn't know. All I know was they operated and it grew back. But I was told, a 7-year-old's understanding of a brain tumour, I was told it was like having a golf ball in her head. So from that point of view, maybe it wasn't those ones that kind of send out the spirally tentacles, which are particularly nasty. So I don't know. But they have so many different names now, and they categorize them so well. Yeah, I don't know. But it's still, when I hear brain tumor, I kind of think, oh fuck, can you even get over that kind of thing? And I'm really sorry if this is triggering some people. This is something I've lived with, so yeah. And along with the whole migraine headache, I'm kind of going, oh god. And I'm approaching my mum's final 5 years kind of alive at my age, so it's like, yeah, feeling all the mortal. So excuse me while I, have these little mental freakouts. I wish I knew her more. My siblings were much older, so yeah. I really hope I have more of that. Is that the last one? Yep, I have 3 bags left. Sneeze. 3837. That's it. Alright, so what are the news? I haven't been out much, unfortunately. Yeah, busy cataloguing last week, and then I was recording on Sunday. I still have videos to upload, edit and upload. Oh, good lord. I shouldn't be operating machinery today. I can't even control my drills. Just while hubby's driving, but yeah. I always feel guilty for ringing in sick. somebody else could easily stay back, take the overtime if they needed to. It's not like they're not benefiting. Yeah. Let's see how we go. Now I showed this one on my Instagram and maybe on my Facebook page. This is the year 2 mug. So you've got the fireplace at the Borough. I think that's Borgin and Burke's. There's Hagrid. There's Harry. Sorry, I'm looking in the screen. I'm not quite sure what that is. Diagon Alley, anyway. And then there's Ma Weasley and Hermione or Ron. And then a store. But because I'm looking in the screen, I can't actually see it. It's Flourish and Blots. Oh, with Gilderoy on it. And it's Ginny Weasley next to Ma Weasley. So that was the year 2 mug. If you're interested in joining in with Frogwarts next year, because you've been enabled by many of us who are doing this, there will be an opportunity to purchase the previous year's mugs, patterns, hard copy, and there is some stuff also in the vault that you can order from extras from the Pirate Box, from Frogwarts, and from Night Garden. I always forget the name. Night Garden boxes. So Stars Hollow is going to have a vault as well for next year, because Stars Hollow is actually a 4-parter, so it's 1 a year. So we've got autumn this year, and then I think it's spring. Oh, we were talking about this in the live. I can't remember. Anyway, we've got spring, summer, and winter left, but I don't think we're doing winter next. I think we're going back and doing summer next. So we're kind of working from the left of center to the right, and then next year is left of center left. Oh, that sounds all kinds of confusing. So yes, this is a full coverage piece, and it will all flow together. We have seen the first drop. If you're nosy and want to see it, check it out on Instagram, Black Needle Society, and you can check out all of that. In the last, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I've had emails from Diamond Art Club saying, hey, your thingamajiggy is in, but because of the whole shipping charges and everything, I just haven't been buying any diamond painting at all. So, well, I have got stuff to show you. I do have unboxings, but again, with such low stock, the stuff that I buy is the stuff that's always out of stock, and it's like, well, I can show you, but you're not going to be able to buy it. So I kind of feel like I'm missing out, you're missing out. I haven't gone to any other diamond painting companies because I just haven't been putting the time into diamond painting. I think with my back playing up and having to do the diamond painting here at my desk rather than, you know, sitting at the couch with hubby or whatever, I just haven't been diamond painting as much, whereas I'll pick up the stitching and I'll do stitching, and I can pick it up and I can put it down, and I'm not leaving plastic exposed or glue exposed or anything like that, so it just, you know, is easy to pick up and put down, whereas this is a bit more, okay, I'm taking back this piece of plastic, that's an hour commitment kind of thing, can I do that? So yeah, I just haven't been getting into it as much. And I think in some ways the squares are fine. I love the way that they finish an image off, but they're slow. Whereas rounds I have flown through and quite enjoy. I don't get the final quality that I like. So yeah, I enjoy doing them. I can work them up really quick, but I don't get the... And in saying that, Diamond Art Club do pretty good with their rendering, so they still look really good. Yeah, the squares, like working on the square, it's like, oh, it's hard work. It's just slow. So again, it doesn't kind of go, come on diamond paint, come on diamond paint, come on diamond paint. Does that make any sense at all? I know some people are put off squares because they think, oh, the drills aren't going to line up. My drills don't line up. Look, you can see all those gaps. Turn off the light pad. What gaps? That's how it's meant to be. Okay. And when I'm looking at this, I can't really see the gaps. I mean, I'd have to be up in its face. And I'm not going to be looking at this up in its face when it's finished. I mean, yes, for an interest point of view, I might kind of go, ooh, how does that do? And, you know, are there different colors? And I'll look at it closely. And then I'll step back and I'll look at it as a whole piece, not as a, oh, there's a gap there. And, oh, there's a, you know, it's the same with my stitching. My stitching is, well... It's ornery. I'm doing the Twisted Rainbow sampler. Actually, that's what I've been doing last week. Twisted Rainbow sampler, and it was speciality stitches, and it was diamond eyelets and rice stitch. And I'm looking at my stitching going, oh, this is really terrible. And I've been stitching tired. That's a bad idea for speciality stitches. So I'm, again, having to learn, okay, I can't see speciality stitches, put it down, pick up cross stitch, just cross stitch. Don't do the brain testing stuff when you're tired. I hope these fit. So yeah, really enjoying it. I've got band 2 finished. And I'm onto the middle, sorry, band 3 cross stitch piece. Yeah, it looks really, really cool. I'm doing it on linen, really enjoying that. But I am thinking ultimately that I might need a frame or stand, and my current situation, and again, if you go to my Instagram or my Facebook page, ooh, sticky drills because they came off the canvas last time. If you go on to either my Facebook page or my Instagram, you will see my stitchy space, and it's on the couch. We have discussed buying a recliner couch so that we can actually lean back. Hubby's got a shot neck and back and everything else, so he needs the head support. We have found the unit in our local furniture store, and yeah, we haven't really set aside any budgets or anything for it, but it is there in the back of our minds that we are going to upgrade, and this would potentially be how we would upgrade. Now, I have never in my life owned a recliner, and my dad bought one that was a white leather recliner, and oh, maybe it was a whole 3-piece suite, a 3-piece white leather suite. He had no kids at this. The kids were in their 20s and 30s. He did have grandchildren though, and I thought he was absolutely bonkers getting a white suite for the lounge. The lounge in that house, though, I rarely saw it used. We usually just sat around in the kitchen kind of dining area, and he uses the couch now because he's got it in the lounge and he's in a much smaller place. But yeah, white leather couch, no. So this thing is not leather, it's, you know, the fakey suede. Nubuck, I think they call it. I don't know if that's a brand name, but it's like a microfiber flock. Reasonably easy to keep clean. You can actually get them. We have a thing called Scotch Guard here, and you can get the company, but when you buy it, to Scotch Guard it so that it wipes off spills much easily than it would if it was unscotch guarded. So if that is an option, we'll do that. I think we can buy Scotch Guard spray, and you just spray it on and let it dry, and it's waterproof, spill proof from light spills, and easier to clean, easier to wipe up. So that would be one aim, to upgrade, and we'll get there. But yeah, I've never had a recliner. I used to have, still have the couch that I would put my foot up on the, I don't know how you describe it. It wasn't quite a footstool. It was more like a foot table. It was a big cube that would sit in the middle of the floor. That was a soft top. No good for putting hot drinks on or even cold drinks on, because it was, you know, fabric. But it was good for putting feet up on. But yeah, never had a recliner. I don't know why. I always felt like when I get into the recliner, it's a bit like getting into a beanbag. It's not pretty getting out of them. I'd use a recliner when I gave blood, because they put your feet up when you give blood. Yeah, reminds me of a beanbag. Yeah. And I used to love my beanbag. But yeah, once you're in the beanbag, that's it. There's no moving. Maybe the recliners are big kids' beanbags, you know, for the adults who struggle in beanbags. And of course you can flick the feet down so that you can sit up again. Yeah. And then you can get the old people's seats that actually spring up and eject you from the chair. I've never had one of those. Oh dear. Yeah. But I did kind of think, oh, could I cross-stitch in a recliner? The only thing that the recliner would do would not have me being able to tuck my feet under my hubby's knee when we're sitting on the couch together, because that's where my feet go. I don't know. I like touching him. Not in a weird way, but, you know, I just like the physical contact, the physical reassurance. So having a recliner is like having a center console in a car between you both. Yeah. Great place for all the gadgets, but yeah, there goes the closeness and the snuggles and that kind of thing. Yeah. What have you got? There is a challenge on Instagram. So the hashtag is common threaded stitchers. Common threaded stitchers on Instagram. If you're not sure, just follow my link, and it's some of the most recent pictures on my Instagram, and just click on the hashtags, follow the hashtags, click on the people, follow the people. There's a team of like 7, I think, 6 or 7, who have come up with this, and this is the 3rd year that it's been done. Common threaded stitchers, and the 1st of August it kicked off. There was a bit of a promo in the month of July to support this, and I started following because, you know, having that camaraderie, having that shared interest is really, really cool. And the day one, introduce yourself. Oh my god. I mean, the people that I have found out more about, Rachel's Instagram picture, her selfie, was big glasses, and she had something else. Big glasses and something. It was funny as all hell. Made me giggle out loud. It was just awesome. That's kind of, you know, the humor that comes out, and then the stories behind the humor, you know, explaining who she is, what she does, you know, to anyone, you know, who is interested. Finding out about Thrace, you know, who I have been in the retreats with, and you know, she has shared her little bit of life. Now, okay, it's on a public forum on Instagram, so anyone can go check it out. But just getting to know people that little bit more is really, really cool. Or being reminded of her quilting haven downstairs. She's got a whole room dedicated, and she's got a long arm in there. It's like, whoa. Yeah. Just being able to do life internationally with people who have similar interests, I think it's really, really cool. I don't necessarily see my local Aussies doing that. Or my local Tasmanians. The people I know face to face, I don't see them doing this kind of thing. Hang on. It's not because they don't share. I think it's just that, I don't know, I don't see many of them just taking part in this kind of thing. I don't know why. Haven't really nutted it out with them. A lot of the people at my local Stitch and Bitch monthly Stitch and Chat, they would be, well, ranging from their 30s up. More of them would be over 50. But there's a couple of younger ones. And I don't know, maybe it's that they just are set with the kind of YouTube that they want to watch. Aussies grew up very differently from Irish, maybe. Well, they did. Sunshine. Yeah, sunshine, sports, food cooked outdoors. They didn't necessarily spend their time indoors watching TV, doing indoor activities. So the ones who do the crafting are probably a little bit different, but they still would have had that outdoorsy, permanently outdoors mentality. And I think as a result, they don't maybe watch quite as much YouTube. What did I do then? I thought I took this out to put them down. Oh dear. No, that's E. Oh, maybe I'll put the E's down on the... Oops. Yes, I put the E's down on the wrong spot. I'm just going to scatter them. I don't care. So, yeah, I think there's a little bit less of a mentality to go online and follow YouTube. And I think what you'll also see is a lot of the Aussie YouTubers are followed by people in the States. Because it's a TV, media kind of thing. I don't think it's because we've got more or less shut-ins, people with disabilities. I don't know. I don't know what people with disabilities get up to. A lot of the people that are in the crafting community seem to have disabilities, and they use their creativity outlet as, you know, their crafting. And then they connect with people online. I don't know, maybe here it just doesn't happen. They get plugged into services. There may be a different mentality towards people who are less physically able to do things. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have wondered, but have not got the answers to that one. Yeah. And the other thing, and maybe it's because I'm international that I don't have any of those issues connecting with people internationally. I have found that the people who don't travel tend to have a let's call it a more isolated mentality. So meeting people in certain circumstances, I would be introduced as, you know, oh, she's Irish, and the foreigner. And while there's interest there, there isn't the longevity because I didn't go to school with them. I didn't grow up with them.
That's very Tasmanian,
Maybe that's very Tasmanian, yes. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit more different up on the mainland because there were so many international people living there. But when I was over in Perth in WA, I was always introduced to the English crowd. I was never, and I'm kind of going, but I'm living in Australia to be an Australian, kind of, to fit in, and not to feel like I'm excluded. But I very much felt like the outsider. I very much felt like I looked Australian. Not really, but I was a white European, as opposed to a darker skin or language or anything else. So I looked Australian until I opened my mouth, and it all ended there. People would go, oh, that's a bit different, because I was talking with the accent. So mixing with people, I was fairly self-conscious about that. Now, a lot of it I just got over, and we were able to make friends and connect with people, and the kids made friends, and we would connect with them and their parents and that kind of thing. And for me, that it was the all-inclusive we being kids as well. I got involved in courses, classes, groups, all of that kind of thing, and just mixed and mingled. And 21 years later, like literally 2 weeks ago, I'm still here.
Yes, you've been very patient.
And it's home to me. Now, I missed one. That's not to say that Ireland's still not home, and I will slip up every now and then and talk about home, meaning Ireland. Gets a little bit confusing. But to me, going back to Ireland, it is a foreign country now. Did I put the 4s back? I think I've done them all. Ireland is a foreign country to me. Going over there, and the last time I was there was 2014. Hearing the accents and hearing how people say things, it's comforting. It's ingrained. It's just understood. But when I'm away from it, I kind of forget about it. We don't get an awful lot of Irish-made TV with Irish actors, but when I get it, it's like, oh, it's just amazing. And when I see Countryside, I'm going, that's Ireland. It just stands out, excuse the proverbial, it stands out like dog balls to me. That's Ireland. And because Ireland is a movie-making tax haven, Wicklow in particular, which was my doorstep, I get a lot of movies that have been made just down the road, and it's just like, oh, it soothes my soul. It's weird. Yeah. Some of the old Irish biddies now I could probably do without, but there was less of that. It was, I think once I had my own kids in Ireland, I had less interaction with the old Irish biddies as when I was a kid and Dad was bringing me around, the old Irish biddies being my aunts or the groups that he was part of or whatever. Yeah. And oh my god, the nuns. I am scarred for life by the bloody nuns. Yeah. Dear. Yes, they have a lot to answer for. The penguins. Nightmares. Nightmares, those women. Oh, where did that go flying to? That was rude. There it is. Yeah. But I do miss the countryside. And, look, when I knew I was coming out to Australia, I went and drove all around Wicklow and stopped the car and literally took photos all along my journey. And when I came here, I scrapbooked the album and put it into a pretty photo album, and that's my country. That's my home. And you know what? For years I was dreaming of my childhood home. I haven't dreamt of my childhood home for ages, like seriously years. Maybe I reckon my brain was using it as a foundational base of stability. Does that mean I'm stable now? I don't know. Yeah. Interesting how the brain works. And I've been trying to research on these visual migraines and what that means and all of that kind of thing, and see if there's anything I can do to prevent them in the future or whatever. I don't know. You know what Facebook is doing all the damn time now? It keeps showing me menopause ads. It's quite depressing. It's quite rude. I'm not impressed. Yeah. Talking about nutrition and all of that kind of stuff. I think I was only saying it to a colleague yesterday. Why is it that all these women on social media can chinwag and go, oh, I get this symptom, and 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 everyone's going, oh my god, and you don't feel so alone, yet the doctors are going, it's nothing. You're fine. What the hell? Is it just because they don't go to their doctor and they don't say, I'm getting this, and the doctor is not going and putting two and two together going, ah, it's a menopause symptom. I don't know. Are they dense? Sometimes I wonder. I was running low on a script for the restless legs, and I was kind of going, oh god, I don't have enough until my next doctor's appointment. So I ended up having to ring and make an appointment, and for the last 2 nights I've only had 1 tablet instead of 2, and now I'm going, okay, no, I really need the 2. The restless legs have been coming back big time, so that hasn't been helping. Yeah, and then this morning to have a flippin' migraine. It's just rude. Maybe I should have a coffee today. I don't know. I don't normally haven't been having coffee because I've felt nauseous. And again, I don't know if that's a old age thing. Did I? No. I'll probably get more personal in my vlogs. I need to get my vlogs back up and running, and we'll do that. And I have another Patreon. Thank you very much. I love you, girl. Yeah, so I know July has been quite lax in that, but there is vlog videos there from June. And then we've got August kicking off, and I'm going to have to find maybe the sweet spot for doing it. So either a recording place, go for a walk, do a recording. I was wondering about this yesterday when I was walking. Car was in for a service yesterday, and I was walking up to work and just kind of going, this would be perfect to just chatter away and vlog. But holding the phone in such a way to film as I'm walking down the street isn't necessarily ideal. There's people all around and that kind of thing, and that was just a little bit off-putting. But I did wonder if I could just do a recording audibly, and then, I don't know, do a video over or something. I don't know what the video over would be, because that means more recording time. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, brainstorming, trying to think of times and spaces that I have available to get back to the vlogging, and where I can record, you know, where I can fit it in with Marcus, Sophie, that kind of thing. Like, I don't want to be coming home from work and not spending time with Sophie, or not chatting with Sophie because I'm recording for you guys. My family is more important to me than that. So it's just trying to get that balance. And I know it doesn't have to be 5 days a week or anything like that. It could just be a weekly update. But to be honest, when I start talking, I just talk. And hence, you've had a full whip and chat. Even with me with a headache. It's still there. It's still throbbing a little bit. It's manageable. I'm getting confused if that's an E or an F. You know, and I survived the whip and chat for the duration that I wanted to do. And I got more drills down, and, you know, we're one step closer. And I think it kind of goes with a bit of the attitude a lady called Julie had when she did the 25/7 challenge. The 25 stitches, and this may have been echoed by Audrey, Witchy Stitcher. 25 stitches is better than none. Or maybe it was Athena. And it is. 25 stitches is better than none. So an hour of drilling is better than none. That's just translating it to the craft I'm doing right now. And slowly but surely you get there. Now, all up, this project is, I think I've measured these, they're around about the 70-hour mark to do for me. And yeah, that 70 hours, how long have I been doing Galaxy? Probably a couple of months, because the 70 hours has been so spread out over that time. The other thing that had happened in the last, I don't know, couple of weeks, I've just been watching more TV. We've got Netflix Binge and Amazon Prime that we're trying to whittle down shows, but Binge actually has all my kind of shows that I like, so NCIS, CSI, all that kind of stuff. And I tend to watch them late at night when Marcus has gone to bed, because he's not interested in those ones at all. Oops. And yeah, so I'll sit and watch. I'm just thinking I might dispense the last of the drills. Yes, I will. I'll definitely take those. So I've been watching more TV, and I can't record while TV is playing, but I have been able to watch TV while I'm stitching. Even if it's in... Marcus has made a smiley face with the fruit for Sophie. You should take a picture.
This is why she likes fruit.
3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 7. Ooh, no, I'm going to leave them. I don't think that's going to fit. Sorry. There's a smiley face he's made for Sophie. Usually at her direction. She likes the hair and the teeth or whatever. She's actually... Didn't she make her fruit platter herself one day?
Yeah.
Where she made the face. It was all kinds of cool. 939.
She's been getting lazy of late and just sort of comes out, makes sure I'm doing it, and then goes back down and sits down.
Right. I might leave that until I've emptied it a bit more. Alright. and I had kept that out. Where is that? Drill tray, don't need that. I'm just going to talk to myself while I'm doing this, don't mind me. I hope that's where the break was before. No, I don't think it was. This plastic is getting so brittle. I've had these since I started diamond painting, so let's say a couple of years, right? The plastic, it is where it broke before, but it's bigger. The plastic is getting so brittle, I'm actually going to have to retire this, and I will retire this immediately. It's going to go straight into the bin. Love, love, love the large trays, though. Absolutely love them. Let's see if I can do this. I probably should crank out my funnel, but hey. Alright, hold on. Alright, into the bin. So if you get those trays, this tray here, okay, so I'm probably going to be able to crunch this, see? You know how some plastics get like that brittle, kind of, you know, it's got a piece of duct tape on the back holding a crack together. I think it's UV sensitive. It's been sitting out in front of my phone stand on my desk, whereas the ones in storage are in a crate, which it's clear crate too, so it's not necessarily wood. Excuse me while I reach up for the back of you. Yeah, the UV might be affecting this. So if you've had, and you'll know this, if you've had plastics out in the backyard, like we had a cat litter thing out the back, I kicked it with my foot the other day, and the whole thing just like shattered, and was like, what the? And I'm missing an F. I'll get that when I'm finished. So yeah, the plastic may not survive. Now I don't want to test it, but I have got my next tray here. Look, brand spanking new, no sticky stuff, and it feels more robust. So instead of storing it up there in the light, I might actually store it in my drawer in the shade. I bought 4 of these from AliExpress back in the day. Now size wise, it's to the corner, to the shoulder here, it's 12 centimeters from here to here. So full length is 16 and a half, and then the width is 8.5 centimeters. So if you want to get some of these, it was cheap as chips. I think it was like $10 for the 4 of them, and I love the size of them. I love that the lines go all the way up, not like the Diamond Art Club trays, which are short lines, and they're small trays. I love the size of these. You can shake and you can get long lines to be able to do multi-placing, and you can throw your drills out if it's a lot or a little, and do that. So that's my drill tray, and I'm going to keep it in the dark. I'm going to treat it like a mushroom. Oh, here's a comparison. These are some of the cheap AliExpress, maybe special drill trays. So it's got the hole at the front rather than a spout. The lines do go all the way up, which is pretty good. They're pretty deep. And there it is for size comparison. I don't think I've got one of the other drill trays in here. But I will end up using these drill trays maybe for my beads when I come to beading. Things like that. They are good for... Oh, I do have the trays because I was going to get hubby to 3D print. So this is the typical green boat that you get. No spout, just a slope. And that's similar size. And this is a Mosfa boat. So it's got the lines all the way up to the top, more or less. They're really good. So Mosfa in comparison there. I don't know if I have a Diamond Art Club. I don't seem to. No. But the Diamond Art Club tray is basically just like this, but the lines are a straight line across at the end. So there's the comparison for you for my large tray. You can get bigger. There is a bigger one that's like a A5, which is half an A4 page. So if you get a normal printing page and you fold it in half, that's the size of the drill tray. I think it's blue that you can get, but I don't think it's got a spout, so pouring is a pain in the ass. And you guys over in the States are so spoiled with 3D printed trays. You've got so much variety out there. I don't think I've got any. I think Marcus would probably get a little bit miffed with me for going and buying a 3D printed tray from the US when he's got a 3D printer downstairs that he just hasn't got around to printing. And then of course I've got this. This was a gift. This is a shiny Shazza tray. Now I haven't got around to using that yet. My reluctance is the lack of spout. But it's a good sturdy tray and it's pretty as all hell. So it actually sits on my phone stand over here so I can see how pretty it is. But this is another tray that I would use because, you know, it's a good size tray and I want the space on my tray for my drills. I just think getting them out of this is a little bit more sloppy because you don't have that shoulder to pop the drills into. You've got full lines. But I do really, really love Shiny Shazza's trays. I'm actually gonna put it sideways. Butterflies and... well, I still haven't identified what the plants are. Violets, maybe? It's like I recognise them, but I'm terrible with flower names. Yeah, so there you go with comparison drill trays. So yeah, that tray will stay in there as I consolidate space. Alright, I'll let you go, and thank you very much for joining me. If you're not already subscribed, please click subscribe. Ring the bell so you get notified when you are going to get videos. If you are multi-craftual, as we seem to be getting these days, I do wool, yarn, cross-stitch floss, fabrics, magazines, the WiPnChats I try and get out weekly on a Wednesday. If you join my Patreon for, what is it, I don't know, $5 a week, Aussie, you can join me once a week for a video for a coffee. And there's that. I've got the membership, I've got the coffee down here. The link is in the description as well. If you just want to buy me a coffee and not subscribe to anything, there's all of that support that you could give me financially, which would be muchly appreciated. I have so many things I would love to buy. So with the WiPnChats, I may not always be doing diamond painting, but I will be jabbering and chatting. She's looking at me. Why are you looking at me? And now she's trying to blink like Daddy. What have you got in your mouth?
Yogurt.
Yogurt?
Yeah.
It looks a bit chunkier than yogurt.
Yes, I got yogurt.
Right. Oh dear. It's 11:15 in the morning. Gotta start getting ready for work at 12. Joys. Anyway. And
At 12?
yeah, at 12. I've got to get ready for work.
No, you get to rest.
I've got to rest.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sophie. She's sweet.
I don't have got rest. I got a bunny.
You've got bunnies. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. There's the blonde tsunami. Alright. I'll let you go. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you around on the tubes. Bye for now. Lego. Bye. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.